This isn't just about growing $1 into more. It's a real test of patience, precision, and discipline. I'll be entering trades with the minimum stake and gradually increasing the size, locking in profits where most traders would have already blown their balance. You'll see the exact moments when everything was hanging by a thread and the trades that literally saved the account. And at the end, the one moment that made the whole journey worth it. Hi, I'm Kofi. I've gone from blowing my first accounts to building a stable income from trading. And now I share that experience with you. Subscribe if you want clear strategies and fewer nerves when starting at the charts. Alright, so in today's video, we're going to try and boost our account starting with just $5. This exact strategy that I'll be using is specifically designed to grow a small deposit fast. And here's a very important point. If we're going to grow an account from the very bottom, let's say literally from $5, we absolutely need clear confirmations. Every single trade carries a huge weight because we'll be using very large positions relative to our deposit. First type of confirmation we'll be using comes from technical analysis. The second one are specific indicators. So let's turn to our indicators right now. First thing, we choose our RSI. This will show us the overbought and oversold zones of the asset. Since we're trading on the 1 minute time frame, we immediately adjust the settings, set it to 8. Next, we move on to Ichimoku indicator. We also check its settings and make changes. Here we set 7, here 30. Then we go into view and remove all the extra visuals. We don't need all that clutter. Now we've adapted our Ichimoku to the 1 minute chart. The next step with our indicators is the moving averages. Yes, we go back into indicators, choose moving average, and we'll need 3 of them. First, the 20 period MA. Let's make it orange for easy visualization. Next, the 50 period MA. Let's color it light blue. And finally, the 200 period MA. We'll make this one purple. Now, what's the principle behind moving averages? They show us the overall situation in terms of trend, combining different time perspectives. The 20 MA reflects short-term momentum. The 50 MA shows the mid-term trend. The 200 MA represents the long-term outlook. So for example, since we're trading on the 1 minute chart, these averages reflect approximately 20 minutes, 50 minutes, and 200 minutes of price action. That's how we use them as guidance. At this point, what we need to do is look for confirmations and a specific setup for a very first trade. This one will be our all-in entry with the entire balance, our $5. So let's go find a setup. So the first setup we've got here is a breakout of our local level. Right here we have identified a local support resistance zone. And this is where we're taking our technical confirmation. We immediately enter on the breakout of that level. From this point on, we'll be dividing our deposit just a bit. Yeah, we'll be mixing in some scalping. And you'll see all of that step by step throughout this video. For now though, this first trade is the riskiest one. We're on a 1 minute chart, and our goal is to gradually grow the account. We'll enter and later use bigger amounts for stronger moves. And right now, look at this. We've got a beautiful impulse move. Our trade is very likely to close in solid profit. You can clearly notice that the 20 period MA is already acting as support in this move. The 50 is underneath and the 200 is also below. In other words, short-term 20 MA supports the move. Mid-term 50 MA is the line below. Long-term 200 MA is also underneath. So globally, locally, and mid-term, all the time frames confirm further upside. The next candle honestly doesn't look that great, but come on, nothing dramatic is going to happen in a second. It's very unlikely we'll end in a loss here. And yes, perfect, everything worked out. Our deposit just got bigger and the next trade will also be opened with the full balance. Let's go find the next setup. Here, we could just wait for a pullback a bit lower, or we could enter on continuation, but that would be risky. Better to wait for a cleaner situation. Alright, here's the next one that I like. Everything looks standard, so let's enter quickly, no time to waste. We see another attempt to update the highs. We see potential for a breakout higher. We notice a local high with consolidation before the move. On top of that, RSI is showing us cooling off. We're still in the same amplitude on price, but RSI is moving lower. That's called a reset or unloading. Ichimoku, price is inside the green cloud, which tells us there is a potential for upward continuation. Ideally, we'd like to see a breakout of this consolidation and push higher right now, because I don't want today's session to end after just 2 trades. But honestly, this setup makes me a bit nervous, not my favorite, but I still think I'll close in profit. A few seconds left on the trade. No clear breakout yet, but let's see. Boom, there it is. Now we push the account up to $17. We keep going. It looks like momentum could continue, so let's take the risk and try to catch this impulse straight out of consolidation. Breakout higher, continuation, let's go. 5 seconds left. Come on, give us the candle. We need that impulse. Yes, beautiful. Just what we needed. That was intense, absolute emotional roller coaster. Now price is approaching fresh highs again. And really, who are we not to join a breakout of fresh highs? Let's wait for confirmation, wait for a proper close above. If this doesn't happen, we'll move on to the next setup. And there we go, no breakout confirmation. Instead, we get a reversal candle. So nothing to do here. But maybe we can catch a bounce of the 20 EMA. Yes, let's try that. Price is right on the 20. It's following the Ichimoku Cloud too. That's strong Confluence. RSI is comfortably in the 50 zone. Also a good sign. So remember, when choosing entries, we look for confluence of confirmation. That's the key. One indicator, one level alone is not enough. We need at least 3 confirmations to justify a position. If we don't have 3, we don't enter. That's exactly why we didn't enter earlier on that failed breakout. No confirmation. But here, on a balance of EMA and the cloud, confirmations aligned, so we took it. And guess what? Account is already at $63. Perfect. Let's keep compounding with solid setups. Of course, in an ideal world, we'd just repeat that bounce setup, but I doubt it'll happen again. Still, let's look around. Or maybe it will. Let's give it another try. Same confirmations, same conditions, nothing new or unusual. The setup worked once, why not again? If it worked the first time, there's no reason it can't work the second time, as long as confirmations are in place. And yes, we closed in profit again. Let's go. Balance $120. Now we can start scalping aggressively. We switched the stake to $20, dropped the chart to 15 seconds, and we're ready to bomb the account. Same process, same confirmations. Enter at 20, wait for a slight dip, click in, and ride the move higher. First profit, second profit. So far so good. Let's keep going. So far, I like the way this is going. The momentum is strong, confirmations line up, and our scalping is working beautifully. But remember, we don't just click buttons randomly. We always wait for a setup. Right now, no clean confirmation, so we hold. Alright, here's a potential breakout setup. Let's click in. We see strong support forming. RSI is not overbought yet, and the 50 EMA is acting as a base. Plus, we just got a breakout of the Ichimoku Cloud. That's excellent confirmation. I don't know why the time suddenly switched to 1 minute. It should have been 15 seconds, but no matter. Let's run with it. Not exactly the scalping conditions we wanted, but still a solid setup. And sure enough, our trades close in profit. Perfect. Next trades also in profit. For now, the setup is done. Nothing more to squeeze here. Let's go hunt for the next breakout. Here we go again. Breakout setup. Let's enter. Once again, we've got the cloud breakup, support from the 20 and the 50 EMA. The price is ready to push higher. This is a regular currency pair, not OTC, so there's even potential for fresh highs. The impulse looks amazing, just beautiful. Look at this, absolutely incredible. Come on, 20 seconds left. I think this breakout could be very strong. Ideally, I'd wait for a pullback first. A cleaner entry point, but we're already in and it's working. Yes, one in profit. Second profit, third profit. Perfect. If price pulls back to here, we'll buy again. If not, we move on, and look at that, price is dropping. Great, let's watch for a bounce at the 20 EMA. Come on, give us the touch. No, not quite. Alright, let's click in small. No overexposure here, we're only risking $40. If it fails, no problem, but if we get the bounce, I'll fly. 27 seconds left, price is stalling, weird. Volatility was high a moment ago, now it's dead, not good. Looks like this one will be a loss. Minus $40. Not a big deal, we still have 65 left. We'll look for something cleaner. And of course, right after, price bounces. Classic. But it's fine. Let's try again. Come on, let's go. Bounce setup is here. RSI at the 50 midline, a comfortable zone. Ichimoku supports it too. Everything lines up, so we've got solid changes for continuation. A few seconds left. We just need price not to snap back. Please don't reverse now. No. Minus again. Man, that's rough. 2 quick losses, but still manageable. Look, 2 trades did close in profit, so we're not too far down. I'm still confident. The impulse will come. 2 red candles only tell me volatility cooled for a bit. We'll just wait for the next push. And here it is. Very strong setup. I'm confident enough to go with $200 here. Let me explain why. RSI is at the 30 zone, oversold. We just tapped the 50 line, first support. We're also touching the Ichimoku Cloud, red zone, another support. That's 3 confirmations for long. Perfect confluence. On top of that, technical analysis shows we're retesting a local level after a breakout. That's even more confirmation. This is the kind of setup you wait for. And the result? Huge win. Our balance jumps straight to $406. Beautiful. Now let's move on. Next setup, breakout again. We enter. Oh no, I forgot to change the balance. I just entered with 200 again. That's half the account. Yes, we do have long confirmations here too. Breakout of the cloud, support from the 50 EMA, momentum on our side, but still this was a mistake. I should have entered with max 50, not 200. Guys, this is exactly why you have to stay focused when trading. A tiny mistake can risk half the account. Now I'm literally sweating here. Please just hold price, don't fail me. Please? Yes, it worked out. But wow, what a stressful ride. I immediately cut size back to 50. In fact, you know what? I think I'll stop here for today. That last trade really shook me. I can't keep trading when I'm this emotional. You always need a clear head in trading. Phew, I really need to calm down after that one. Honestly, this is what happens when you don't double check your position size. I could have gone very wrong. Always remember, discipline first. So let's wrap this up. I hope you caught the main idea of this strategy. It's very simple at its core. We enter either on bounces of the EMAs, 20, 50, 200, or on breakouts of the Ichimoku Cloud. That's it. These are our main confirmations, but we don't rely on just one thing. We always look for confluence, multiple signals lining up together. That's why we constantly check RSI. It tells us what zone we're in, oversold, overbought, or neutral, and whether it's comfortable to take a trade. When RSI lines up with Ichimoku, and that lines up with EMA support, and price action confirms it with a level retest, that's when we enter. And when we don't get at least 3 confirmations, we don't touch it. That's the rule. You saw today, when we respected that rule, the trades worked beautifully. When I slipped, either by rushing or by not controlling size, the risks went way up. But overall, the concept is clear. Trade with confirmations, use confluence of signals, scale carefully, and don't let emotions take over. Even with just $5, if you stick to this process, you can grow the account aggressively. The numbers we hit today prove it. So guys, that's the strategy. That's how we boost a small deposit using RSI, Ichimoku, and moving averages. I hope this video helped you see the logic behind it, and also the reality of trading, the wins, the nerves, and the discipline it takes. Alright, I'm done for today. Time to take a break and breathe a little. See you in the next one. Let's keep trading smart.